Hey guys, SK here, back with another video, and today we're going to be playing a live grand challenge in Clash Royale. I'm currently 9-0 in the GC, and we're going to see if we can finish it off and get the 12 win. I'll be playing 3.0 Xbow as usual, and I know I haven't uploaded a video in quite a while with commentary, which is another reason I wanted to do this. So yeah, let's see if we can finish it off, get the 12 win, and get some nice games. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, and we're in the first match against Boost from SRB Royal Guard. Gonna give him the good luck back. And I'm not entirely sure what he's gonna be playing, so we're just gonna play it kinda safe. So Miner could be a bunch of things. I'm hoping it's not a Miner cycle deck, like with E-Barbs. And it looks like it is actually going to be Miner Mortar with E-Barbs or Balloon Cycle, based on Miner plus Musketeer. Those are the two most likely outcomes. And I missed one Spear God, but it's fine. So this is kind of a tricky matchup, since E-Barbs can shred an Xbow. So there's no real way to kill them without overcommitting. So I'm not sure how I'm going to break through with an Xbow connection, but we'll have to see what we can do. I'm going to leak a little bit here so that I can play my archers on the Musketeer, and looks like he predicts it, so well played. I think I'm just going to fireball that, just to get it off the board. And he plays the E-Spirit, so he actually might not have E-Barbs, in which case I think the matchup is a lot better for me. We're going to play the Ice Spirit to tank the Spear Goblins a little bit. Skeleton's low to predict a Miner. Unfortunately, he doesn't play it at the back. Although we can log to retarget it to the Skeletons, which is pretty nice. And I still don't really want to go in just because he might have E-Barbs. Kind of worried about that. He goes with a Mortar. We can just respond with a Tesla. And he plays log on the left side, which means this Archer Ice Spirit should get one hit. Yes, it does. In the right lane. So I think he predicted my Xbow right there with those Spear Gobs, but I'm not going to play that aggressively. I played my Knight there because he's been going in the front quite a bit, but just barely wasn't able to pick up the Miner. It's fine. He predicts yet another Xbow, it looks like. I'm going to Tesla Fireball this, and that'll take it out. So I'm playing this very passively, but it's definitely going to be hard to break through. I'm quite sure he has Fireball. I don't think he's revealed it yet. Alright, he plays a Muskie in the back. Now it's my cue to go in. And let's find out if he has E-Barbs. And looks like he does not. And this is actually... I was tempted to take that Fireball value for a second, but I don't think I will. Alright, so we had to let the Xbow die so we could defend on the left there. But what we can do is go in right away with this Knight. And he predicts the Xbow, but his Musketeer's a little low. So we get an Xbow connection, that's good. I think he already played his log, which is why I have to worry about his log on my archers in the left. And I think I'm just going to play a Tesla like this on the Valk, which should tank at least one Mortar hit. Alright, no it doesn't. I don't want Mortar to hit my tower, just barely doesn't. Which is why I played my log. And we're going to go with a defensive Xbow now for this Mortar. He might play a Valk. Yep, he does. So we can go archers. Nice, he logs there. We can now Fireball. Since I don't really want to go in, but I do want to keep up with damage. And if he goes Miner... If he went Miner, I was going to log. I think I will actually log low now. Like that. Miner should be... Okay, Miner is still on my Knight, which is kind of awkward. Just waiting till Musketeer locks onto the Knight, then I'll go with my archers. And Knight to retarget the Valk out of Xbow range, and that does get the connection, so that's perfect. That should be the game, in all honesty, since we get a really decent lock. That's 2... Okay, we're gonna Tesla because the spears. That's 2 logs and a fireball, so if I can just get back to a log, I will win the game, and that's good game. So, that wasn't as bad of a matchup as I thought it would be. It's still... I don't think it's the best, to be honest, since he has minor fireball log, but we got pretty decent connections. The first time, I think I just got lucky with the spear goblins played late, and then the second time, we were able to get a very nice knight to distract and kite the Valk out of range of the Xbow. So that's a trick that you definitely want to pay attention to, which can help you get a connection. So yeah, that was the first match. I actually think this matchup is pretty tough with E-Spirit as well, but we were able to get it, and he didn't have the E-Barbs again, so that's perfect for us. And we found a match pretty quickly. I'm honestly surprised, because queue time has been pretty tough recently. But we're in another match against, I think, a Chinese player. He goes with Giant first play, so this could be Giant Graveyard. I'm a bit worried if it is. Alright, looks like it's going to be Giant Double Prince with Miner, I assume. We're going to play our skeletons like that to tank a Prince hit. He's going very aggressively. I think he might Miner on my archers here, and he does. So we're going to log everything back. And I kind of want to go aggressive because he's so low on elixir because he went in so much. But I also don't want to take so much damage early on. We did also outcycle his Giant by 1 card, actually. I think he used 3 ground cards just now. Yeah, so Dark Prince has to come out. And I wish I played my Tesla 1 tile higher. In that case, I would have gone all out with that Xbow push, but unfortunately it was 1 tile too low. Still pretty decent for defense though, and we are up in damage, technically. I don't really want to play anything, cause... Alright, he's gonna go Prince. Yeah, I didn't want to split archers, for example, because if he pushed in a lane, I wouldn't have gotten much out of the other archer anyways. And he goes with a fireball, so we're actually gonna go with an Xbow now, since I think that was a pretty aggressive fireball. So let's see what he goes for. He might go with an E-Wiz here. We can log like that. And we get a connection. So he plays a late Dark Prince. He's probably gonna zap. Yep. But we have a knight back in rotation for his Dark Prince. So that's decent. Going into double. Let's see. I want to play... Okay, I think I kind of want to split up his offense. Alright, and I'm not sure why he does that. Although his zap is out of cycle. So I'm going to protect this Xbow with all I have. And now we just have to worry about the defense against this. He's probably going to fireball those. No, he doesn't. So we defend fine, but we should be down, I think, 4 or so elixir. 3 or 4? Yeah. Since we did have to go with the Archer's Ice Spirit at the end. But we have a really nice connection. And we have a really nice damage lead. So I kind of want to fireball on the Prince and E-Wiz. Yep. Oh, that's bad. I played my skeletons. Okay, that was really bad. That actually probably cost me the game, but I played my skeletons out of range of his Prince. I'm not sure why I did that. But that's my bad. I probably lost off that, since I'll have to go opposite now. I can try play my archers opposite to maybe get a counter push. Okay, I missed my fireball. Sorry, yeah, on the E-Wiz, so that's also pretty tough. But he should be low with that miner, so let's see if we can go in here. Looks like he barely should, because if he had a lot of elixir, he probably would have gone with a giant. Yeah, that's going to be a minor fireball on my tower, most likely. So I can try and go with an Xbow again, but it probably won't amount to much. Yeah, he's gonna go minor probably zap or fireball here. Yeah, that's good game. So that was my bad. I was in a really good position, but then I misplayed my skeletons a bit too high, and that actually ended up costing me pretty much my entire tower with that Prince charge, so that's not too big of a deal, although it's a bit sad, because we were doing pretty well before that, but it's alright. Let's get into the next one, against I Love You QQ, with archers of his own, so not sure what he's gonna have, because I don't think he would be playing Xbow. We actually miss our log on that one archer. A bit unfortunate. Oh, and he actually is playing Xbow. Alright. And he goes with a knight, so we're just going to fireball it. Not get fancy with any defenses. Since knight is very important for defending an Xbow, I don't think he should have played it like that. I think that was a mistake. But I did kind of cycle quite aggressively before that as well, which is why I was down a bit, so I kind of had to fireball it. He should be back to an Xbow soon. Will he go with one, though? Alright, I'm actually going to go with an Xbow since he split archers and I have skeletons. Goes the knight like that. Knight actually gets into this lane, so I'm going to go with my own knight. And defensive Xbow. My Xbow locks onto his defensive Xbow. That's really nice. Ooh, we just... Okay, that was a small mistake. We got our archers down a bit late. If we got them out a bit earlier, we probably would have gotten a connection there or forced something out, since he had to play a lot of stuff and my X was already on his, but I let it retarget onto mine a bit too early, but it's not a big deal again. I can just reset here. Goes with the knight, so I'm going to go with my own knight. And he might go opposite now. No, he just... Okay, so I'm going to go with an Xbow since I have a knight. And my Xbow locks onto his, so that's a pretty big mistake by him, letting my Xbow lock onto his. This time we're going to play our troops in time to target his Xbow and see if we can protect it. He should be down after that exchange, so I'm going to go in right again and skeletons to predict his Tesla. Alright, looks like he doesn't want to play a Tesla, so I'm actually going to knight here now to not give him much fireball value. If he goes with a fireball there, it wouldn't hit my knight as well, which is what I want. And my Xbow's on his, which is good. I'm going to go Xbow opposite right away, because he has to spend a bit on that. Perfect. I take a little bit in the right, which isn't ideal. He might Tesla now. No, he doesn't. He fireballs and logs. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do is defensive Xbow on low elixir since he just wasted a fireball. And now his cycle is completely messed up. He's going to go with his own defensive Xbow. Let's see if we can win the defense. And we do. So we protect our defensive Xbow for longer, and we're actually going to go in right away. I misplaced it a bit high. That's a bit unfortunate. I think we have to let it die because of that now. Or maybe not, actually. Okay, at least we forced out the Ice Spirit. And we are down a little bit. Let's see what he chooses to do. Defensive Xbow. Gonna fireball that immediately. And get a knight down so that we can get back to a second knight. And I'm going to play my archers like this, since he doesn't want to fireball this lane. We're going to log and defensive Xbow. Since we would be giving him a lot of fireball. Okay, he actually chooses to fireball cycle. I find that pretty interesting. We're going to fireball cycle of our own. This might be a bit bad since... Okay, he wasted his fireball again. That's perfect. Let's see if we can get something going here. Xbow again. He predicts in the right. That's perfect for me. He has been going very aggressive with his fireballs. Alright, he goes with an Xbow. Let's fireball there. And try and cycle very quickly to maybe get back to something. And looks like we just barely come out with the win. So I actually didn't play it that well. To be honest, like I was playing pretty decently up until the point where he naked fireballed my tower. Then I didn't play that well since I went in on the right since I wanted to do 2 Xbows. I actually haven't played in a while, to be honest, so I kind of forgot that I should go with an Xbow in the middle, still in the left lane, because I let him fireball my Xbow and tower, which was bad, and the right, when I had 2 Xbows up. But we were able to come back at the end, because he went with a pretty aggressive fireball log, and couldn't tank in time. I don't think he had enough elixir for it, so that worked out really well. Yeah, I think I was playing pretty decently up until the point where I went in on the right, and then in that case I should have gone for an offensive Xbow in the left lane, like up high in the middle of the bridge probably. But yeah, we get the win there, not bad. We're at 11 wins now, so let's try and finish out the 12 win. Queue time will probably not be great now, so I might edit this wait time out if necessary, but let's see how long it takes to find a match. Alright, and we did actually find one. I was just about to probably edit that wait out because it was starting to get a bit long, but we found a match just in time against a Chinese, I think Japanese player actually, I'm not sure. Baby Dragon could be a bunch of things. Hoping it's gonna be E-Giant, that would be perfect for me. We're just gonna Tesla on the Baby Dragon. He plays Ewiz, so we're instantly gonna go with an Xbow since that's 4 elixir that we don't really have to worry about. And he goes with a Valk, so I actually think this is gonna be Graveyard Freeze with Bowler. Never mind, I don't know what this is. We're gonna Skeletons just in time to tank the Prince charge, and he goes with a Barb Barrel, so he defends the Xbow. We found out a bit more of his deck, so he has Baby Dragon, Ewiz, Valkyrie, Prince, Barb Barrel. We should be roughly even in elixir, I think, after that exchange, because I let my Xbow die, but trying to figure out what he has. I'm going to go with an Xbow, because his Valk and Prince are both out of cycle. Let's see if we can find out what else he has. Alright. Okay, we did get the connection. I committed quite a bit there, so I was worried for a second if I didn't get a connection. It would have been a bit of an overcommit, but it was fine. Since he went with that NATO... Okay, I wanted to Expo, but since we don't know his full deck, maybe I should just chill out for a little bit, but... He has a Tornado with, I think his only splash is Baby Dragon Valk, so... Could be a graveyard deck maybe, but I still have no idea what it is, to be honest. What the win condition is for my opponent here. We're gonna go with an Expo like this. See what we can bait out. That should be a really valuable fireball on the Baby Dragon and Ewiz, so we're going to take it, and we get a connection for it. So that was pretty good. He goes with the Valk in the back. I think we're just going to reset now. We got a good connection, there's no need to be over-aggressive. I do actually want to go in now, because he's building a big push. I feel like it's going to be a graveyard deck. Fireball log on the Prince. Plus Ewiz. He hasn't played his Barb Barrel yet, so you'll probably play it now. Yep. And I'm going to Expo with the Surviving Knight. I don't think he's back to Prince. Ooh, he actually goes with a Graveyard. Not the perfect timing for a Graveyard by my opponent. Maybe he's going to freeze now? No. So he went with that really aggressive Graveyard, Baby Dragon Graveyard at the bridge. I'm going to Fireball now, since I can probably just Skeletons on that Valk and ignore it for the most part. He supports it with a Prince. So this kind of, yeah, and Tornado. My opponent's getting kind of desperate for damage, I think. We're gonna go Archers, which isn't the best. He goes with this kind of graveyard, so we're gonna wait quite a while and then log. We can take quite a bit of damage since it's on that lane. Yep. Not sure why I blocked at the bridge, because he just played his graveyard. My opponent's doing anything to prevent me from spell cycling his tower, but I can just play patient knowing that he's going very aggressive, because I will eventually get to spell cycle him. And he actually didn't have enough for Prince there, so that's good game. I feel like his last card was Freeze, since he didn't play any spells, any big spells that game. And I'm not entirely sure what he would have had if it wasn't Freeze. So we do get the 12 win, that's really nice. Let's take a look at what my opponent's... If I can just hit the activity log button. There we go. It was Poison. I actually think my opponent didn't play it that well. In that case, because this is definitely a bad matchup for my opponent, don't get me wrong, since he has... This is like Splashyard, but instead of Ice Wiz, he has E-Wiz, instead of Knight, he has Valk, and instead of a building, he has Prince, which is certainly an interesting variant. I'm not entirely sure what decks this does too well against. On paper, it looks kind of interesting. I guess Prince is decent against the beatdown cards, although I guess he was at 11 or 10 wins in a GC, since I matched him at 11, but... Yeah, very interesting deck. He didn't go with a single poison the entire game. I think he definitely should have utilized Poison Barb Barrel on my Xbows more. Although he definitely had an easy time out cycling his counters. So no complaints there though, pretty decent matchup. We beat Expo in a very close match. We lost to Giant Double Prince with Miner, which was my bad. I played bad skeletons, but we were playing pretty decently before that, so still... good things that can be taken away from that match, and we beat Minor Mortar Fireball Log Cycle for the first match, so that was pretty good. We do get the 12 win. Let's open the chest up to see what we can get. I don't need too much, to be honest, on this account, because I'm maxing quite a few cards, though I'm still missing quite a few, I think. Would have been nice to get a legendary, but yeah, pretty decent. I also thought I would get more magical cards, but that's still fine. So we got the 12 win. That was a pretty decent grand challenge. Went from 9-0 to 12-1. Again, pretty unfortunate about the loss, but I'm still pretty happy with how we played. So yeah, this has been my first commentary video in quite a while. Sorry it took quite a while. I haven't been in the best place, physically or mentally, recently, but I'm trying to get back at things, so hopefully this can be a decent start. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you thought. Feel free to subscribe if you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Take care.